everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to introduce you to the wonderful mind-body self-help method that is EFT tapping. And I'll show you the tapping points in this video as well, so you get a chance to just tap along and get a feel for what it's like to tap. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, but the method is usually referred to as tapping. And we call it tapping because we do tap on certain endpoints of energy meridians on our body. So it's a very gentle technique, and it's something that we can easily do ourselves. And what tapping really does is it brings together what we know about our body's energy meridians and working with those to help us release blockages, release negative emotions, and even physical pain, bringing that together with Western psychology, which is speaking about a certain challenge or problem we might be having. So bringing those two together is really what makes it so powerful, and it's working with mind and body. So in tapping, we always, while we're talking about the problem that we have, we're always in our body as well. So we're noticing, where do I feel this emotion, for example, in my body? Do I feel this anxiety in my stomach or in my chest? So that's a key part of tapping as well, bringing those two together and really working with both our conscious mind and also our subconscious, which is what's driving so much of our behavior. Because our conscious mind is only responsible for about 10% of driving our behavior, and the rest, the 90%, is really driven by the subconscious, by our limiting beliefs, by experiences, memories, maybe even traumatic memories that we have that are underneath and that are difficult to access otherwise. And tapping gives us a very gentle and wonderful way of working with both of those and having such powerful, wonderful shifts with whatever we're working on. And you can apply tapping to almost anything. It works beautifully for negative emotions, for anxiety, depression. It works great for fears and phobias as well, even physical pain. So whatever it is you're dealing with, whether it's something small kind of in your day where you say, oh, I just feel really anxious or really angry about something, or sad, or whatever it might be, or it's something bigger where you say, this is a physical pain, maybe even chronic pain that I've had for a while, tapping can really help you release what's underneath and help you feel much, much better and give you that freedom of that pain or that negative emotion. So let me show you the points that we tap on in a standard tapping sequence. The first point is the side of the hand, and this is just here kind of on that where our pinky ends, just below. And we tap on here either with the flat hand, or I just use 4 fingers of my other hand. It doesn't matter whether you tap with the right or with the left, so probably whatever you're comfortable with based on whether you're left or right-handed. So this is where we tap first. And when we tap here on the side of the hand, we do what's called the setup statement. So this is very important in tapping, where we name the problem. So we say, even though I have this problem, for example, I feel anxious at the moment. Even though I feel anxious at the moment, I accept myself just the way that I am. So the second part is really key to tapping as well, which is acceptance. It's acceptance of what is there, whatever challenge or negative emotion is there, and acceptance of ourselves. And we can do that to varying degrees. We can either say, I accept that that's just how it is, or I can say, I deeply and completely accept myself. And this is what I usually like to work with, just because it just in itself is quite powerful to find that self-acceptance. So this is the first point where we tap when we say the setup statement. The next point is the top of the head. So this is just at the very crown, very top of your head. I usually tap with both hands just because I feel a bit more balanced like that, but you can also tap with one side. Okay. The next point is the eyebrow point. So this is just here where your eyebrows start, just above kind of where your nose comes up. And we gently tap there. The next point is the side of the eye. So this is just here, not on your temple, not into the softer eye, just here on the edge where that bone is. And we tap here. Then we go under the eye, which is just not on your cheekbone, not in the softer eye, just again here on that edge where the bone is. And then we tap under the nose. So this is just here in that little crease between your nose and your upper lip. Then we go to the chin point, which again is just here in that little crease above your chin, between your lower lip and your chin. And we tap here a few times. And then we come to the collarbone point. So if you kind of follow your collarbone to the end, you will feel those two kind of just where the bone ends, and you go down about an inch and out about an inch. You feel a slightly kind of softer dip, and that's where we tap at the collarbone. And the last point is under the arm. So for women, it's very easy. It's basically on your bra line. Otherwise, you can just kind of find it by going about a hand width down from your armpit. And that's where we tap here under the arm. So this is the tapping points. And it's, as you can see, once you've done it a few times, they're very easy kind of to remember. It's a real flow when you tap. And after we do the setup statement, when we tap on these points, we do what's called the reminders. So we basically say, if we're dealing with anxiety, for example, we say, oh, all this anxiety that I'm feeling so anxious, all this anxiety. So we just repeat in very kind of simple way what we're experiencing, what we're dealing with right now. And what we also do in tapping, which is very important, like I mentioned before, is we tune into our body. So when we're talking about an emotion like anxiety, for example, we're trying to locate it in our body. We say, where do I feel this anxiety? You might be feeling it in your stomach, you might be feeling it in your chest, and we give it a number. So we say, how strong is this anxiety right now? I can feel it in my stomach, and it's an 8 out of 10. So we usually score it on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no intensity at all, I don't feel it, to 10 being very, very intense. So this is kind of to prepare you for a round of tapping. So you know the points, you've tapped along, you got a feel for it, and you know kind of the structure, the rough structure of it. Feel free to kind of just tap a little bit, give it a try, see how it feels. And in the next video, I will be doing a little tapping sequence with you on anxiety. And feel free to like, share, and comment on this video with any input or feedback you have. And I'll see you in the next video. Look after yourself and stay well.